82% of homeowners had at least one regret about their house purchase in 2023 and 2024. Should you buy or should you rent? This is an old age debate where some people are like, well, you need to buy your house, and others are like, well, you don't need to buy, why not rent? In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you why you might want to buy or why you should rent. Now, you really have to pay attention to this because a lot of real estate agents, sometimes they'll tend to steer you for profit. But here, I'm going to be spilling the beans on why you should buy or consider renting. Hi guys, my name is Manny. I'm a real estate broker / investor here in the Portland metro area. And yes, I'll be spilling the secrets of the industry and why you may want to consider to rent, even though your realtor is telling you to buy. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Now, it takes about 20 years to break even if you were to buy a house, financially speaking. So if you're going to buy a house, you need to ask yourself, will I be here for 20 years? In theory, the average American stays in their house for about 12.8 years before moving. Automatically, it kind of implies that you probably want to go ahead and just rent if you know you will not be at that location for up to 20 years. The average cost of renting is $800 cheaper as of 2025 numbers than buying. So if you wanted to rent, you'll be saving monthly about $800 on average. When you are buying a house, there are a lot of costs upfront. I'm talking about the financing costs, the lending costs, loan fees, doc fees, and then you also have the down payments, which is usually sizable. So if you look at all this money and then you put that in another asset class, say Wall Street or the stock market or Vanguard, mutual funds, Fidelity, or you even go into crypto or you buy gold or silver, a different asset class, all that money, if you put that in there, do you think that you'll be better off? And on top of that, every month that you are, say, $800, which is what we started out this video with, that $800 you're spending, you can also take that $800 and then invest that by saving the difference if you are that disciplined. At the end of the day, it makes more sense to assume that let us go ahead and let's just rent. So ultimately, you need to know the numbers. What are you doing in terms of your financial planning? So all this upfront cost that is associated with buying, if you were to rent, it seemed to make more sense that you should go ahead and just rent instead of buying. The factors to consider also is your job, your career. What are your timelines? Are you looking for a promotion? Are you going to be promoted? Are you working for a company that has branches all over the place? So if you're in New York, you might be on an assignment in New York for 2 years, and then you have to move up again, to say California, then spend 5 years in California. Is there a path whereby you want to be the CEO of a particular company? Those are the things you kind of really need to consider. On top of knowing your numbers, you have to know what phase of life are you in. Are you single? Are you getting married? If you are single and you don't know who you're going to be marrying down the line, it might be more advantageous for you to wait to get married. Then when you get married, because then you can buy a place. Or are you just recently married? So it's important to kind of ask yourself, what phase of life are you in, not just professionally. Then the other thing is also to consider is the HOA fees, homeowners association fees. HOA fees are for certain communities whereby you pay an extra $200 every month or $300 every month. I mean, those HOA fees, I've never seen them go down in the 10 years plus I've been doing this. So HOAs are very tricky, not only because they don't allow you to do certain things in the house. For example, you can't paint the exterior a particular color like bright yellow or solid pink. Or you cannot install a fireplace with the chimney sticking out. The cost of fixing a broken pipe, the cost of labor, or the cost of construction, that's something that can really, really affect you if you're buying a house, which if you're renting, you don't even think about it. You just call the landlord and he takes care of all of that for you. Property taxes, big one. You might want to look at the taxes historically in your city. How does that pan out? How does that look like? And is it a city that every year they increase taxes by 5% or 10%? Because property taxes has to be paid. So these are the reasons why I think it's important to really ask yourself, like, are you ready to buy? If I were to take all this money and invest it, am I better off buying? Am I better off renting? And most likely, interest rates, also another thing to add to the list. Interest rates right now they're pretty high. people need to really consider that, because your interest rates is directly correlated with your price. Not on the price of the property, how much is that property worth? You know, same property 10 years ago, was it half the price or is double the price? Opportunity costs, the same money. Let's say you had $50,000, you used $50,000 to buy. What's the opportunity cost of that $50,000 5 years down the road? Because they say homes do appreciate, but the stock market has been doing really well in the last 5 years. And it's beaten in some areas. Again, real estate is local. In some neighborhoods, the stock market has beat out real estate, like hands down. Could your money do better in the stock market where you don't have to worry about anything? It may be better if you think about all this for you to actually rent, especially now with the current situation of the economy. I did write a book about how to buy a home as a pro. I'm going to put a link to the book in the description below so you can grab your copy. I talk about most of these issues on how to buy smartly and carefully. I'll be doing that video on the benefits of buying. If you want to see that, please don't forget to subscribe, like. If I missed something, if there's something I needed to add that I didn't add, please go ahead and add that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.